Do you have TikTok? I think you should get TikTok. What I like about it is you don't know any of the people, which is so good. And depending on the algorithm of what you look at, it's like very responsive. And for me, it's like only good stuff. It's only ever good things. It's animals dancing with just the right amount of like kinky sex shit in there. I don't know how it makes its way in there, but it does. It's not like you go looking for it. It's just, you know. Anyway, I like TikTok. I like it a lot. Do recommend. But the bad part is you have to listen to it out loud. So if there's like people around, that's annoying. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Maybe you don't know that you're not supposed to do that. Also, what's with why do people talk on speakerphone, especially at the grocery store? Speakerphone is for when you are at home and you're doing shit, but you're on the phone. Or like in the car, but if you don't have a Bluetooth. That's when you use speakerphone. Not when you're in a group setting, whether you know the people or you don't know the people. Shut the fuck up. Okay, welcome to today's episode. So I have a lot of things. There's a lot of words in front of me. And I just keep like jotting things down on little pieces of paper and then I'll jot it down on a bigger piece of paper and then it might make its way to the board. The board is the topic for the evening, or all the thoughts that I have. Not all the thoughts that I have about the topic. The talking is all the thoughts that I have on the topic. Oh, Michael's being dramatic on the floor. He's like, it's hot out here. I don't want to be out here. Anyway. Confidence. And envy. Those are going to be our main bitches this evening. Because here's the thing. Confidence. I would not assign that label to myself if I was, I don't know, filling out, I don't know, my fucking bio doesn't say confident. I don't think that I am because I focus on the things that I'm not confident in. It's like, not really stuff I don't know. I feel fine about that. Maybe that does. Okay. Whenever I think confident, oh, that's good. Whenever I think of confidence, I think of your smartness and your looks. And you might be one and not the other. Or you could be both. You could be neither. Oh, good. I can hear a bunch of fireworks. I was just talking about this with Chris. He has to work extra because it's a holiday because of the fireworks. I don't understand the money that is allocated to fireworks that are meaningless and only just cause trouble. You fuck up the traffic. People litter all over the fucking place. You're just blowing shit up and you're giving people another reason to go get fucked up. I see celebrating, but it's could we do it in such a way that isn't so like irresponsible and meaningless? Meaningless. If you disagree, let me know. What does the firework mean? Sure, it probably, if you go back to the first, is it trying to mimic like a war sort of thing and we're honoring that, like our fallen people? But not really. People will set fireworks off just all the fucking time. We just like to blow shit up. With no purpose. We have no culture. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, confidence. Confidence. What's wrong with being? Who dat? Demi Lovato, probably? Yeah, I can see her like strutting. Okay, I don't really think that I am that confident, but I have gotten that feedback from a lot of people, like a lot of people. Also, I have gotten the feedback oh, so-and-so doesn't like you because you're confident. People find that intimidating. But it's only intimidating if you are not confident. It's just envy. Wanting what someone else has. Yeah, you want it because you don't have it. But well, fuck that bitch. She got that thing. She got that toy I wanted. You know, like go back to when you were a child and you might be like that. And I'm saying you, but I also mean me. There's tons of people that I feel envy toward because they have something that I don't have, or I don't realize that I have it. I envy top athletes with like abs. Or just like really good at shit. People who have help with their nutrition. Someone who just like does the food and they don't have to think about the food. I really fucking hate food. I hate it. I don't want to talk about it, plan it, cook it, eat it. I just don't want to do it. Because I can't figure out what the right fucking thing is. If you just told me and made it for me and put it in front of my face, that's what I want. I want to be like the guinea pig. He just gets, you know, or I guess the cats do too, and the dog does too. The cats and the dog even more so because their shit is measured. Guinea pig just gets free reign, all over the place, all over town. His name is Gordon Ramsay. Did I tell you that before? Yep. But I am confident in my ability to lead people in a physical way. Or yeah, so I have a way of leading a group that is effective for me. But I don't want to be like the leader who has to plan all of the shit. I don't like that. I don't want to plan things. Why not you plan it and I'll execute it, okay? That's why I love coaching CrossFit. That's why I like teaching Baptiste yoga. It's like, hey, somebody else already fucking made up the plan. And now I'm going to execute this plan in a very powerful way. I wonder what my life would be like if I never got into fitness. Like really into it. Like if I was just still just going to the YMCA, like, you know, 4 or 5 days a week, just chilling at the YMCA. What would my life be like if there was no yoga? I don't think I would know anybody that I know. I would know Ian and Rebecca and Rob. Yeah, the fucking end. The end. Okay. Okay, so the thing about confidence. Yeah, let's come back to that. So the areas that I am confident in my teaching, my leading, not like across the board, but that's an area I feel pretty good in. Where else? My legs, confident in my legs. I don't know, I can't think of other things right now. I'm spacing out because I'm looking at the dog who's spacing out. Hey, Michael, what are you doing? Come here. Do you want to come over? Do you want to come over and say hello to your friends? Friends! Come here. Well, fuck you then. Cool. So confidence. I got it. I made it for myself. I had to make it for myself. It didn't just come this way out of the package, you know? I had to do a bunch of upgrade work in order to get over shit. You know, when you question who you are and if you're a piece of shit or not, like every moment of the day, you comb through the weeds, or like, yeah, maybe you got your flea comb or this other one, the lice comb out. You're combing through looking for like, is there any reason I'm not a piece of shit or terrible at this or whatever? You start to build a little pile. It's like a little anthill, you know? It's like granules of confidence, and you just put it over here in the little anthill because you're digging in between the bricks, I guess. And then you've got this little pile of confidence, and you can walk around and operate that way. And then all of a sudden, some little kid, like my kid, who was it? Was Olivia? I think so. She used to stomp on the ant piles all the time. She would just do it because it was fun. I mean, she was like a toddler, like 2 or 3. It's like, you can't do that. You're killing all the ants. Even though I wish the ants would get the fuck out of here. Anyway, the pile of confidence gets crushed or washed away. But then you learn how to bounce back, you know? You're like, now maybe instead of grains of sand, you're getting out like an actual, what's it called? That spade? Gardening spade? Yeah. You're digging out a little more, and then it gets knocked down again. And then the next time you have like an excavator. So what I'm saying is you build your own confidence, and so then the more times you get knocked down, the more opportunities you actually have to build your confidence. Rather than just pretending that you're confident. Like, people who are afraid to ask questions, it's like, I was about to say I don't understand it. I do understand it. I understand that is a thing, but I'm not afraid to ask questions because I don't feel self-conscious about what I don't know. Because the bigger focus, or the thing that's more important to me, is gaining the knowledge. And when you ask someone a question about a thing that they know about, they'll be happy to answer you because then they get to teach you something, which then builds their confidence. Unless they're already like, what's the word? Condescending, then fuck you. Don't be condescending to people who ask you questions. Ugh, it reminds me of, I'll say it. No, I won't say it. This is a particular individual. He's just like so fucking cocky. Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, the more times you get knocked down, the more opportunities you have to build your confidence. I mean, you could let like your circumstances in your life, your upbringing, or whatever it is that has happened, smush you into the ground. You could let it do that. Like, I could have ended up very differently if I grew up where I am from. I feel like I wouldn't be good, my friends. It wouldn't be good. I'd probably be like 1,000,000 fucking pounds with a life full of like drama and cigarettes and like, it's just, I don't know, not good. Now stop picking my hands. Yep. How'd we get there? Growing up, got knocked down. You could let it push you down. You could just, yeah. But really, when things happen that knock you down, it's just like training in boxing. You need to know what it feels like to get knocked down so you know how to get back up. When something's hard, avoiding doing it. Ooh, is this going to turn into something? Probably. When something is hard, or you perceive something as hard and you avoid doing it, then you never get good at doing it, or at least comfortable or better at. But if you try and you fall, then at least you know, okay, this is what that feels like, or this is what that could feel like if I don't succeed, or whatever. So you build your own confidence because you keep getting up. And sometimes it's like getting up a mountain. Like, oh, look, I did all these other ones, and now I'm gonna do these other ones. I'm just gonna keep going from the bottom to the top, to the bottom to the, hey, look, I just did that. Or from one end of the block to the other end of the block. Or pick up this weight, but stack this on there. It's accomplishment. And it's a choice to celebrate small everyday things. Yeah, that's the, like, you want like the key to a happier life. I would never say like this is how you be happy all the time, because I don't fucking know. Because if I knew, then we probably wouldn't be sitting here talking. Pause. Fuck. I wish there was a real person here to remind me in a minute. I want to talk about. Just write it down. What do I want to talk about? Fuck. Come on. Confidence. Back down. Good. Climb the mountains. I know, Michael. It's fucking stupid. Oh, come on. Accomplishments. Okay. Accomplishments. So if we are accomplishment driven, I've said this before, definitely. It's easier to make yourself feel accomplished when you choose to celebrate small things, like make your bed as soon as you wake up in the morning. Then you've already done one thing. This is like this Navy SEAL said this, and they don't fuck around. So if you make your bed first thing in the morning, then you're like starting the momentum of accomplishment for the day. So you make the bed, do the things, wash your face, or whatever it is that you do in the morning. You go, you do. But there's it's tricky because it doesn't always work. You can't just keep accomplishing things, and that's the only thing. Sometimes we get so focused on the accomplishment that we don't do any of like the inner work. We don't acknowledge our mental or emotional accomplishments. Like, on your resume or your bio, it would say, went to this school, graduated this, worked here, anything that, like ran this, hiked that, blah, 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 all of your external accomplishments. But do you acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishments that you have emotionally, or like, was in the hospital because I didn't want to be alive. And now I'm pretty excited, like every day, even when I don't feel good. Like, because I've just turned my attention to being so fucking curious about everything. I feel like a child, but with the intelligence to realize I need to fucking pay attention. And then having this looming thought that it's gonna run out. I really have that feeling. I don't know if it's my life is going to run out or my ability to be cognizant of what's going on. I feel like I've had, I don't want to say a veil, but I don't really know how else to say it. Like I was living in a way where my screen or my scope of experience was a certain size, and now it's just so much bigger. I'm like, whoa. Like when you go from a movie theater to like the 3D or one of those fucking terrible virtual rides at Universal Studios. If you can imagine, I do not like those. I do not like those at all. No thank you, Sam I am. Do you have to go, Patty? His ears are all alert. So all of the explosions. Okay, accomplishments. So we look for the accomplishments. Do we acknowledge the emotional accomplishments or the mental accomplishments of like, oh, I got over that thing. Remember that thing that used to keep me up at night or wake me up in the morning? See, I fucking hate that. I've talked before about how like going to bed, I have anxiety about going to bed, which is why I do what I do before bed. But worse than thinking about having something rule your thoughts before you go to sleep, to me, is that when it's the first thing I think of when I wake up. Because there's usually like, I might wake up from a dream about that thing or something else that's like, feels like it's torturing me. Might wake up and so there's no time. Or I might wake up and it might like, okay, you know, you have that first split second of what time is it? Where am I? Oh shit. And sometimes it's like that. Like, oh, remember that thing that you were obsessing over, or that thing that you're upset about, or that thing that's still fucking real? Even though you thought maybe like if you go to sleep and then you wake back up, maybe it won't be real anymore. All of the opportunities that I've had to build my confidence, all of that shit is still real. And it's the very large and traumatic events, which I've had, you know, like, I don't know, enough. But then it's the small things too. Like the constant, yet persisting letdowns, rejections, disappointments, like all that heavy shit. It's like taking out from there, out from there, out from there, out from there. And sometimes when you're trying to dig out from something, or you recognize that you are buried, that you don't have what you want, from the bottom of the well, you'll look up and you see somebody else who dug their way out, and you envy them. So you're like, fuck you, you're outside the well, I'm in here. Well, come on out. We could all be out here. We could all be confident. Like in an authentic and genuine way. Be confident in the things that you're confident in, and then just be humble in the areas where you're not. The tricky part is it depends on what you are self-conscious of. Like to me, like I said, knowledge, I am not self-conscious. I don't mind asking questions because gaining the knowledge is the most important thing to me. But I am self-conscious, like physically. Just like how I look, I guess. Yeah, how I look. I don't mind asking like, how was that lift or my form or something like that. Or sexually sometimes, just because of my physical appearance. Not confident there. I feel, self-conscious, and so it's harder for me to be humble, right? Self-consciousness in a negative way, right? Because I want to be self-conscious, conscious of myself, but not insecure. Anyway, it doesn't bother me. It's like a huge compliment to me when someone doesn't like me because I'm confident. Okay. It actually makes me feel really good because I don't have any negative feelings about it. It's like an achievement, and I celebrate that. Bringing it all back together. I celebrate little achievements like that. Ways in which I don't have an automatic asshole response. I'm just trying not to be an asshole all the time, guys. I'm serious. Anything that is good is me trying not to be an asshole. I'm a fucking asshole. And that's just how it is. Okay, bye.